And just be a bit of a sad note here is the passing of Sean Roden. I know it's been a while, but it's sad to see someone taken in their prime and
exactly, and has a daughter and family and friends. And if I said the sad thing of all of that is too, is like the way I mentioned it, the way the IFBB treated him was so sad, because to me, you're innocent to proven guilty. And these people that said they were his friends, or the ones that say, oh, I've known Sean for years and years and years, but yet turn their back on him, they'd be like, Sam, I've known you. And if someone came to me and said, oh, did you hear Sam's accused of rape? I'd be like, I don't believe it. Now, I'm not saying she's lying. I just say the Sam I know would not do that. So you've got to prove to me that he did. And until that point, I'm not going to believe it, so I'd treat you exactly the same. I wouldn't say, hey, Sam, you couldn't come to work if I owned the business, because this is an accusation. There's nothing set in stone. Yes, okay, if you found out guilty later on, fuck, I'd be in shock when they say, look, I've got to let you go and shit. But you just don't turn your back on people over accusations, because so many people's lives have been ruined and destroyed over accusations. Yes, some can turn out to be true, but like I said, I didn't know Sean super well, but I knew him as in to say hello to and stuff like that. And he's, like I said, I don't see him doing it at all. And from the people I know who knew him really well, if they tell me Sean would never do that or be like that, I take their word for it. And that's why the IFBB should never have turned their back on him, because we're in a sport where people do all types of things, illegal drug use and stuff with steroids and stuff. So bodybuilding's not a mainstream sport. You had Cristiano Ronaldo, the soccer player. We've had other top pro athletes in other sports being accused of stuff but still play. And these are sports that are like soccer or NFL. It's in mainstream fucking media.
Yeah.
If Sean had an accusation he did to Mr. Olympia, no news network would have been like, oh my God, Sean Roden, Mr. Olympia goes back to defend his title under accusations of rape. It wouldn't have been on any fucking news station, because bodybuilding's not that big a fucking news thing. So it's the way and then they turn around and put up all these condolences after they turn their back on him. I'm just like shaking my head thinking, you two-faced pricks. It's like...
And also there's levels of accusation as far as you know, you could be found with someone bound and gagged in your place, but it hasn't gone to trial. Whereas these rape ones, where there's accusations made, and it happened with a football player over here, and he had to sit out for 2 years, and
then found out to be innocent.
And you know, like, it's these things that with consent are very, 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 very blurry.
I know. Were they trying here in Australia to change the consent law too, where it could be like she could agree to it, but then if you're having sex halfway through, if she changes her mind, then it's like...
And I think too that there's not enough deterrent for women to against making false claims. Like, if you make a false claim against someone that you've been raped,
and it's false, nothing happens to them half the time.
That should be almost the same as raping someone, because
because you've ruined their life. And how many times too, this is what I hate, even here in Australia, when it comes to these footballers, when it happens to them, and that guy, what was his name, was found not guilty after 2 years of being dragged through the mud, he couldn't play. As soon as the woman makes the accusation, it gets reported on. So if I'm the girl and I say, Sam raped me, your name gets plastered all over the news. It's like, if it's just an accusation, why can they plaster your name but not the girl's name? To me, it's like, if an accusation's made, no name should be mentioned. If he's found guilty, okay, then you can say Sam raped such and such. But until that point, because you know what it's like these days, it gets into fucking media. You're tried by the media and people on social media. Oh, he did it, this and that. And then if you get off, oh, he just had a good lawyer, he beat the system. People still, even if you're found not guilty, in the back of people's minds, you went to get a job. Oh yeah, I remember you. Did he or didn't he? Or, so
no,
that's fucking bullshit. They shouldn't release any name over an accusation. Hey, if you've got video footage from a camera somewhere and it shows you raping that person and being raped or beating somebody, if you've got actual evidence, okay, then say this is their name, accused of rape, because we can actually see it happening. But if it's just he said, she said, and there's no evidence, you've got to sort out who's telling the truth. No one's name should be printed or put out there in the media, because it's just not fair to the guy. like I said, you can have vindictive girls out there. It's like that thing with, was it Jared Hayne, who's doing jail time now, and everyone said that he went to her place. Again, he went there at 2 in the morning? Some early hour of the morning, the girl invites him over. He keeps the Uber waiting, remember? He tells the cab not to leave. He goes in and has sex, and then the cab's waiting out front. He doesn't stay the night. He says, oh no, I'm going, I got the cab going. So what did she do? I'll show you.
Well, I think also too that they can't give consent when they're had too much to drink.
Yeah, but what if you're both drunk? Who raped who?
Well, yeah, I mean, look...
Say you're super drunk and she's super drunk and you have sex and none of you really gave consent, you just had sex. So if she goes, oh, he forced himself on me, he could be like, she forced herself on me. If you're both fucking super drunk, which way does it... It's like, but the thing is too, when it came to the different things too, you have people going to, it happens here, I'm not sure the whole story with Sean, but here we see it all the time. These women go to a pro athlete's hotel or house at 2 a.m. in the morning, 1 a.m. for...
Yeah.
What are you going to that room for at that hour of the morning? And if you're married or whatever...
Well, have a cup of tea.
Exactly, it's like taking coffee. It's like, it's just, you know, if you're going for, you know, it's called a booty call, you know what you're going for. You're not just going to have a chat. You could chat on the phone. You could text on the phone. You're going there for something, and it seems like maybe she got caught out with the husband, so rather than look like a whore or whatever, he raped me and all this sort of stuff. So it's just... And it's been going on, 3 years, I think? And it's like, come on, drag it out. Yeah, okay, COVID can set things back, but if they had something super, super set in stone, you know, it's just sad. Like I said, the way so-called friends turned their back on him, he should have been competing from day one.